It's the Play is the Thing with your host, Judy Sleed. Today's guest, Tom Cohill, Site Supervisor, East Hampton YMCA. Now, without further ado, here's my mom with a man who wears many hats, although curiously, none right now. Judy Sleed.
Love me in London. Oh, hello, Tom, but I have to tell you, we don't sell any hats here. So nice to see you.
Thank you for having me, Judy. Thank you so much.
And you work at a lovely place at the Y.
Yes.
I've been there a few times, but since then I'm sure it changed.
There's been a lot of change, but a lot of good things are going on there right now. We're really excited for the fall, and the October is bringing the cold weather, so we want more people to start coming into the Y and get warm inside.
Oh, so you have a nice gym there and a pool, and anything else?
Well, the pool is a big focus of the building, as well as the fitness facility, and we're pretty lucky to have a gorgeous pool. It's the only one on the East End right now, so it gets a lot of use by the community. I'm very happy about that.
So this is in East Hampton, so you got people from all over the Hamptons, or just on the East Hampton?
We're lucky. We have a lot of people come, people from Montauk, people from Southampton, Hampton Bays. Right now we even have some swimmers who swim on the swim team who drive all the way from Manorville to come and train in East Hampton.
That's very interesting.
We also have a family who comes out from the city to train with us.
Oh, they training for what?
We have a pretty active swim team at the Y, ages 6 to 18. And so they train to go to swim meets and compete, and it's a pretty good quality team. We have some great young people and some great families involved.
And you have how many teachers?
Right now we have 4 coaches, including myself. And we have 100 kids on the team.
Wow, that's a lot.
It is. It's a lot for East Hampton. Absolutely.
It is.
You hear some other people that have 250 to 350 people on their team.
And you only have one pool, right?
Currently, we have the one lap pool, which is where the team practices. But the great part about the East Hampton branch is that we also have a smaller, what we call instructional / aerobics pool. And we keep that at about 90 degrees. And that's a great temperature to come in for water aerobics. And we also have infant swimming that goes on in that pool.
Wow.
So we get from the beginning, and then as everybody matures, and we're really excited to have that other pool to address a lot of other issues other than just swim team and competitive swimming.
So what is your training? Are you a swim instructor?
I started the team here in 2003. It was when I moved out here from New York, and I got an opportunity to coach the team. I started as a competitive swimmer when I was a little bit younger, and then when I was in college, I did a few other things. But I'd always been, enjoyed working with younger people, and I thought I would get into teaching at the school when I graduated from college, and the Y offered me a great opportunity in East Hampton, and I've been able to kind of forge my own way and my way of working with the younger people, the younger population, and doing something along the lines of teaching has been coaching the team.
Great. So where are you from?
Grew up in Nassau County.
Wow. I lived there a long time.
Oh, where'd you live?
In Baldwin.
Oh, okay. Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Where are you from?
I grew up in the Glen Cove area.
Oh, yes, that's nice. And you went to school there?
Went to North Shore High School in Glen Head. And then I graduated from there in 1994. It's 20 years. I had my 20th year high school reunion on Saturday. And I went to school in New York City. I went to Hunter College in New York City.
Oh, my cousin went there. That used to be a girls' college.
It was an all-girls school.
Yeah.
And when I was there, it was still a majority of the student body were female.
Oh, really? So you must have had a good time.
No comment on that.
No
No comment on that.
So, how did you venture out to the Hamptons?
I'd worked for the Y when I was growing up in high school as well as in college. And a couple friends of mine who I was still close with said there's this great opportunity in East Hampton, and it presented itself to me at the right time.
You mean you worked for the Y in the city?
I worked for the Y in the city while I was going to school, and then some people that I had worked with had transferred to the Long Island Ys, and the opportunity came up to come out here, and the timing was right in my life, and I'm still here. This is my 11th year now. So
I guess you like it here.
I do. I've had a great opportunity to work with wonderful people, and the Y has been very, very good to me.
And now, did you move out here also?
I'm out, yes. I moved out here pretty much immediately, and it's a nice community to be involved with. It's a very nice community to be involved with.
Right. So where do you have to travel far to go to work?
10 minutes.
Oh,
it's a
so
20-minute bike ride if I choose to ride my bike some days.
So you live in East Hampton?
I do live in East Hampton.
That's great.
And then at the Y, we're doing a lot of things, not just in the pool. There's this great new program called LIVESTRONG, which is if you've heard of the LiveStrong Foundation with Lance Armstrong, they do a lot of funding for cancer research, and the Y is partnering with them to offer a cancer survivor program using physical fitness to try to motivate and keep people healthy.
That's wonderful. That's great. So is one of these flyers, what you're talking about?
Yes. So we have these flyers here. This is our LiveStrong flyer, and it's partners in
Okay, let me
healing.
see. Can we get a camera on here? A little close up. Yeah, that's good. So can you talk about it?
So this is our LiveStrong flyer, and it's Partners in Healing the Whole Person. It's a free program for cancer survivors that we're running at the Y.
So what is it? This pamphlet tells you all about it. So you could pick this up when you come to the Y.
Absolutely.
And where is the Y?
The Y is at 2 Gingerbread Lane in East Hampton, which is right by the railroad station, and John Marshall Elementary School.
Okay, so people who want to come from elsewhere, if they come on the train, they could actually walk there when they get off the train.
I think
yes.
I think mass transit is a great thing, and we don't use it enough on Long Island, but it is right down the road, so
And
you could
it's so
easily
healthy
use
to
it.
walk there.
Absolutely.
It's a short walk.
Absolutely.
Yes. So this is good for even people who are not sick.
Well, it's to get them, healthier.
Yeah.
Start using physical fitness in a way that can better their confidence, their mental state, as well as their physical state.
So this program, would you say it's 1 hour?
It's 2 times a week. It's about an hour each time, and we set it up. It's a free program that runs for 8 weeks, and then we start another one very shortly. That'll be another 8 weeks, and the information is all available at the Y.
And who's running it?
Rosie Orlando is our membership and wellness director, and she's the person in charge of it. She would be a great person to talk to about it.
Okay, and this other pamphlet is?
Well,
What is this about? Is the same thing?
no, this is our zero joiner fee at the Y until November 2nd.
Zero joiner? What
Yeah,
does that
so there's a
mean?
little bit of a fee that you get charged when you sign up for a membership at the Y, and this waives part of that fee.
Oh, I see. You
So
have to
it's-
be a member.
Well,
Okay.
you do have to be a member at the Y to come and use it.
Okay, and you have different fees for people.
Absolutely.
You have a sliding scale, I think,
There
for
are different fees depending on what somebody wants. There is also financial aid or scholarships available for anybody that
Right.
can afford it. Nobody
Yeah.
gets turned away.
yes.
And one of the great things about our community is that with the town of East Hampton, we've partnered where anybody that's a resident of East Hampton, and if they're under 18, they get a free membership at the Y. So that's a great.
Wonderful.
It's
Yeah.
amazing. It brings in a lot of the high school age kids get to come and use the facility after school, and take advantage of what we have to offer.
So you have a big membership.
It's relative. We live in a small community.
Yes.
You know, we don't see, if you look at some other places, there's just a huge population density. We don't have that same population density, but we have a good amount of committed members. Quality, not quantity, you know?
Yes. And you have different things going on during the year and the summer. You have something special going on in the summer.
In summertime, the Y becomes all about camp. Well, not only about camp, but we have about 250 to 300 kids that come and take advantage of our
Is that
summer
many?
camp.
Wow,
Yes,
I never
yes.
realized it.
Yes, and maybe it's good that you didn't know that, because we don't want to interrupt our membership too much. But they do get a very good experience, and they get there pretty early, and we have a great program that runs from 7:30, 8 a.m. till 5 or 6 p.m.
Right, and you need extra staff then.
Our staff in the summertime, probably like most businesses in East Hampton or the Hamptons,
Yes.
they do have a larger staff come summertime for a lot of
Yes.
reasons.
And we residents realize that during the summer, it becomes much busier. It's very difficult to get from one place to another.
Traffic can drive you nuts, right?
Yes.
But when you
during
have-
the summer, yeah.
It
but
can, but how beautiful was September this year?
yes,
that-
it was. It's gorgeous here in the Hamptons.
I think the last weekend of September, it was something around 80 so degrees. I remember being at the ocean,
Right. Yes.
thinking I was one of the luckiest people alive.
Yes, that's so true. We had nice weather this year.
Absolutely.
Yes. So, what hours do you work?
What hours do I work? I mean, it's not about me, really. It's about what time the Y is open. The Y opens at 6 a.m. Monday through Saturday, and Monday through Thursday we close at 9 p.m.
Wow.
Friday we close at 9 p.m. Saturday and Sunday we close a little bit earlier, just because of the weekend hours, but we still are open at 6 a.m. So there's a lot of opportunity to use the facility, get fit, and take advantage of what we have.
Yes, but what hours do you have? Because this program is about you.
Oh.
You're the star.
Like I said, I coach a pretty competitive swim team. That's one of my
Yeah,
my
what
positions
hours do you have?
at the Y. I was at practice at 5:15 a.m.
You're kidding.
So we had some athletes, some teenage athletes at practice this morning.
5:30, you are there at 5:30?
Well, it's easy for me to get there. I had a number of athletes. I have a number of athletes, about 10 athletes who are at practice in the water at 5:30 a.m. twice a week.
And so it doesn't give you much time to anything else besides working.
You know, I used to think that, but I'm getting married in a couple weeks.
Really?
So I was able to find a wife
You
who's
were-
putting up with my schedule and everything, you know?
Oh, that's wonderful.
So that's exciting. So that's pretty exciting. And the nice thing is she was a collegiate swimmer, and we met through.
You met in the water.
Well, we met coaching. She was coaching somewhere. We were both
Yeah.
coaching actually at West Point, and we met each other and hit it off. And we've been kind of friends for a while, and then eventually
You
started
decided,
dating.
why not?
And it's
join.
been very exciting, and it's nice because she's going to be out here. She works out here as well.
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to it.
So, and she doesn't work at the Y. Where does she work?
She works at she's an X-ray tech,
Oh,
and so she works at the urgent care facility in Amagansett.
Oh, well, you're both doing a lot. And is there anything else that you're interested in, or are you going to do something else at the Y? What do you think?
I mean, me personally, one of the exciting things is that, like I said, the collaboration with the town, that's a big part of what we do at the East Hampton branch. And we've been working with I've been working with the town to talk about and look at what the senior services are in the community. So with some people in the town in the next couple weeks, we're going to make a presentation to the town board, and we're going to talk a little bit about what services are available today and how we can improve on those services in the future to address how people want to age and how we can improve their life as they age.
That's wonderful. That's close to my heart.
Well, yes, it's close to, I think it's close to everybody has either themselves or a family member that they want to see healthy and live longer. And so the Y in town are trying to, and not just the Y, there's a lot of other organizations, and we're all trying to work together to try to provide better services to the senior community. And
Well, that's so
not
true.
senior, I don't mean to use the word senior.
Older, mature.
More mature. Totally.
Well, you see, that's the whole thing, that, people live longer, but the thing is that it's not how long you live, but how healthy you are.
Right.
Because as long as you're going to live longer, you should feel good and be able to do lots of things.
Well, you want to have some quality of life, and you don't want
Yes,
and
yes.
and healthy eating and fitness and those are all parts, and the mental part of it as well. All
Right.
have to come together to create that life, that quality of life.
Like, you have to have a reason to get up in the morning.
I know. At my age, I can't even imagine what I would do if I retired. But then my
Yeah.
father just retired, and he's so happy now. So I guess you have that to look forward to.
He's happy that he retired. Well, I guess he has a lot of other things to do.
He's getting better at that.
Oh, he's
Getting better at that. I think at first he was a little overwhelmed with all the time that he had. Now
What did he do?
he was a carpenter in New York City.
He lived in the city?
No, we lived in Glen Cove, but he
Glen Cove.
commuted, and he worked pretty hard his whole life. Did very well. Worked a lot, but he definitely worked very hard. So I think
Where was he from?
he grew up on Long Island.
He's a native.
He's a native. He's a native.
I'm Native American.
Not quite a Native American. Definitely not quite a Native. Well, technically, I guess he would be, but he's not a Native American in the sense that
You mean he's not an Indian?
he's not an American Indian. Definitely not an American Indian.
But, and your mom?
She's a Long Island native as well.
Yeah?
Yes,
Do you have
so-
any siblings?
I have a younger brother, and he just bought a new house, and so he's very excited. Him and his wife just bought a new house.
Here in Hamptons?
No, in Amityville, closer to where my parents live. He's in the Carpenters Union. He followed in my dad's footsteps.
Oh.
So that's
you,
pretty
you
neat.
deviated.
I kind of made my own path,
Yeah?
and it's been a very, very, very rewarding path, which is nice. But
Yeah.
my brother's very happy too, and he's kind of lighting a fire under him. He bought a house. Now I got to figure out. He got married before me, but he's younger, so
So you feel like you need to catch up?
there's a little pressure from the parents. You know what I mean?
Oh, really? Yes, I can imagine that. And how does everybody feel, especially your fiance, about you growing a beard?
Oh. She actually, in the last week, has finally admitted that she likes it.
Oh, really?
Yes, but by no means does that mean she will allow it to be in the wedding photographs.
Oh.
So I will
So
have to.
what made you do it?
The end of August, I got very, very busy and a little bit lazy about shaving. And before I knew it, people were asking me, "Oh, hey, are you going to shave soon? You don't look so good." And I said, "Well, I'm growing a beard." So then I kind of got myself stuck. But I will shave it. We're getting married on November 23rd, and I'll shave it a little bit before then, probably after this coming weekend. So how did you get a TV show here?
It was a fluke, actually. Many people ask me. I love show business, and I was thinking if I take a course here, I'll be able to make my own movies. But instead, they said I could have my own show.
Cool.
So,
So here you are.
so I said, well, okay, I'll have my own show. So then I started inviting people, and it's been almost 10 years that I've been interviewing people.
Excellent.
So I had a good friend at the library, Steve Spataro, who's been kind enough to upload these tapes on YouTube.
Oh, good. Good, good.
So a lot of my shows are uploaded there.
At the East Hampton Library?
Yes.
Oh, good. So Dennis, who's the executive director.
Yes, he was. Yes.
He's worked with me on the senior services committee with the town. So.
He's adorable, isn't he?
Oh well, he's a good. He's amazing. I mean that new branch at the library.
And that was all his idea.
He did very good with that, right?
Yeah, and he was on my show, and Steve. They're both good friends of mine.
Excellent, excellent. Yes, it's been working with Dennis and many of the others on the house from the senior services committee has been really great to get other people's feedback about what services they're running, and this way it helps us at the Y run services and not duplicate stuff.
I see. Okay. And you also rent rooms out for people, meetings for people? Because I remember going there for a couple of functions that had nothing to do with the Y.
Right. Sometimes we do have some people that use the facility for something along those lines, or we have some outside groups that come in and use the pool, or they use, if they're maybe doing a presentation, occasionally the Boy Scouts will come in and do something. The Girl Scouts will sometimes do something as well, and it just depends. There's not a lot of space there at this point.
So I was thinking, did you ever think about expanding? Would that be a large expense, a big expense, a big undertaking?
Well, it is an expense for sure. It is a dream that I think a lot of us at the East Hampton branch have of maybe getting another pool there and expanding.
An outdoor pool.
No, well, we want something that's going to be year-round.
Oh.
You know, the problem is if you have just an outdoor pool, you would only get a limited amount of use out of it.
And you have the space to expand?
That's the big question, right? That's the big question. And not just the pool, but we would like to have other usable program space that could be used for classrooms or aerobic studios or gym, an actual basketball gym. So those things, we dream about them.
Yeah, well, you know that song, I Can Dream, Can't I?
Right.
No, it was before your time.
It might be, I think I've heard it, but it might be a little bit before my time, but it does have a lot, it is very pertinent. You know, you have to have some dreams that make you want to do a little bit more, or a little bit something.
That's what happened to Dennis at the library. Yeah, he had that dream. It took a while, but he accomplished.
Right, isn't it amazing?
Well, I want to thank you for coming into my hot seat.
It is the hot seat, right, Judy? Thank
I
you.
want to thank Lupita for doing my hair, and all my underwriters. The very latest underwriter is Andy Sabin, and others include my daughter Jody and my friend Irv Ackerman. And I have a whole list of names, but I just don't have the time. But I appreciate everybody who helped me put this show on.
Great.
And the people out there, Lena and my son Jeff made the announcements.
Thank you, Judy, so much.
And I'm going to go and use your facilities because I love to swim.
I gave you a free pass. You
I
better
know.
be there.
I'm just too lazy to get
Come
dressed in the
on.
dress. But I did.
Love me